Let me start with a question most lawyers won't ask you directly. If family law is meant to protect children, why are so many children still being emotionally harmed during separation? Because what you hear about family law and what actually happens inside the system are not the same. Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Aniche, a children and family law solicitor, a solicitor's advocate, and a resolution specialist. And today, I'm giving you a straight, unfiltered update on what is really happening in family law right now and what separating family urgently need to understand. This is not a legal gossip. This is not headline. This is what the judges, practitioners, and professionals are dealing with every single day. Number one, no fault divorce did not end conflict, he relocated it. No fault divorce was sold as the end of the blame game. And yes, on paper, it removes the need to point fingers to end a marriage. But here's the reality no one prepared families for. Conflict did not just disappear, it migrated. Instead of fighting about why marriage ended, parents are now fighting about children, control, money, power, and narratives. The courts are seeing fewer explosive divorce petitions, but more entrenched disputes after separation. Judges are increasingly saying this implicitly and explicitly. Your marriage ending is not the issue. Your behavior after it's ended is. And that distinction now drives outcome. Two, courts are watching parents more closely than before. Here's a critical shift you need to understand. Family courts are no longer just assessing what parents say, they are assessing how parents behave. That includes how you communicate, how you manage conflict, whether you encourage or undermine the child's relationship with the other parents, whether your conduct escalates or stabilizes the situation. This is especially true in cases involving parental alienation allegations. Courts are becoming far more sophisticated. They are asking, is the child genuinely expressing their own views? Or is the child absorbing an adult's unresolved anger, fear, or grievance? Let me be clear. This is important. Judges are less interested in who feels wrong and more interested in who is causing emotional harm, intentionally or otherwise. And yet, and yes, that includes parents who believe that they are protecting their children. Three, parental alienation, fewer labels, more evidence. One of the biggest misconceptions online is that the court either ignores parental alienation entirely or treats it as a buzzword. Neither is true. What has changed is this. Courts are moving away from labels and towards behavioral analysis. They are examining patterns over time, consistency of the child's presentation, resistance to professional input, whether allegation aligns with independent evidence. This means weak or aggravated or exaggerated claims collapse quickly. Genuine emotional harm is taken very seriously. And here's the part many parents do not want to hear. If your action, even well intentioned, damages your child's relationship with the other parent without justification, the court will intervene. The era of unchecked narrative control is ending. 4. Mediation is not a box ticking exercise anymore. Let's talk about mediation and resolution. Courts have been pushing for non-court dispute resolution for years. What was different now is how seriously that expectation is enforced. Judges expect meaningful engagement, genuine attempt to resolve, evidence to show, but this is crucial. Not all mediation is appropriate. We are seeing a more intelligent approach. Mediation where there is balance and safety. Firm court control where there's manipulation, coercion, or power imbalance. This matters because forcing resolution in the wrong case does more harm than good. The court's message is evolving. Resolve where possible, but do not weaponize cooperation to avoid accountability. 5. Financial remedy, the end of fantasy positions. If you're involved in a financial remedy dispute, listen carefully. The days of tactical delays, selective disclosures, and inflated expectations are fading fast. Courts are laser focused on one: full transparency, proportionality, the needs, not punishment. Judges are unimpressed by hidden assets, artificial hardship, litigation used as leverage. Instead, they are asking, what does each party genuinely need? What future are we actually building? What outcome allow both parties and children to move forward? Here's the truth many don't like. The strongest legal position today is credibility, not aggression, not drama, but credibility. 6. Conduct is becoming case defining. This is one of the most important updates I can give to you today. In modern family law, conduct outside the courtroom is increasingly shaping decision inside of it. Things like email messages, social media, how you speak to professional, how you respond to setback. Judges are human. They see the pattern. And the parents who appears reasonable, child-focused, measured under pressure, almost always fares better than the parent who is combative, narrative-driven, emotionally reactive. Family law is no longer about who shouts loudest, it's about who demonstrates insight and restraint. 7. What separating families must understand right now. So let's put this together. If you're separating or thinking about it, here is what you must understand. Early advice is not optional. It prevents mistake. Children must never become emotional battleground. Your behavior today may be evidence tomorrow. Resolution is powerful, but only when properly structured. Credibility now outweighs hostility. Family law has not become softer, it has become sharper. Sharper in its focus on children, sharper in its focus on intolerance or manipulation, sharper in its expectation of adults. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Family court is not about winning against the other parents. It's about proving you can act in your child's best interest, even when it is hard. That is the standard now. If you want clearer responsibility, insight into family law without fear, without hype, and without misinformation, subscribe to this channel and share this video with someone who needs it. I'm Dr. Chris Aniche, and this is Family Law Nuggets, as it really is.